Day 3 of teaching Calvin how to lie down on command. The order is responding to a hand signal. I'm going to take that treat and toss it behind him so I can get him up and moving again. No, you had it. There you go. Good boy. So again, hand signal. Good boy. There you go. Hand signal. And again, when I first started teaching this, I asked the dog to sit first, but at this point, he should be able to lie down immediately from standing up position or a sitting position. Hand signal. So yesterday, when I introduced, so now I'm going to start using the command or the cue. So I say down. First of all, I got to get his attention. Down, and then hand signal. Why do I do it in that order? Because he doesn't know down yet. He doesn't know what that word means, but he knows what the hand signal is. So by overlapping those behaviors, I'm teaching him what this means in English. Okay? Calvin. Puppy. Down, hand signal. You'll also know that I don't say it more than once, even if I have a slow response to the command. The reason is I don't want to run the risk of teaching him to learn to ignore it. The problem with repeating commands, I mentioned this in another video, is something called down. Good boy. Learned irrelevancy. Learned irrelevancy simply means you repeat commands over and over again, the dog learns to tune it out. Down. It's not that they're being stubborn or butt heads or anything like that. It's that here. You spit this one out. Here. Hey, you, right here. There you go. Down. That's a boy. Good boy. So again, I'm tossing these treats behind him so I can get another repetition in. So they're not being stubborn or not motivated. Down. It's that they literally can't hear the command if there's something competing with it. Okay? So now what I'm going to do, he's learned to lie down with me sitting or on the ground or kneeling. So now I'm going to start to work to stand up, down, which is never a pretty sight, watching me do that, especially on video. Because it looks different to a dog. Down, and you may see that it takes him a little bit longer. Yeah, that's a good boy. To respond to a verbal command with me standing. Down. You got a stick in your mouth there? You got a stick along with some of your food? Boy, is that tasty, the stick? Down. Good boy. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start working on teaching him to go to a mat and stay there. So I'm going to put this mat down here. And since I know he's going to lay down when I ask him to, I'm going to try and get him I'm going to do this so that he actually has to lay down on the mat. Come on. You already gotten it. Come here. Down. Yes, I see you. Good boy. There you go. So toss it behind. Turn this a little this way, depending on which way he comes back towards me. Come here. Calvin. Down. Boy. There you go. Later on, when I really want to teach him to go to his mat and stay there, down. Whoops, that was wrong sequence. Even trainers make mistakes, so it should have been verbal command followed by hand signal. Whoops, y'all tangled up? Here, let me see. So I have him on tether because he is notorious for wanting to jump on me and nibble on me. So this is just a way to manage him so that he can't do that. Now, I'm just going to see what he does. I think he'll, yeah, there he goes. So he's now made an assumption that what we're going to do every time that we come back to me is lie down. So now I can start fading out the hand signal. Down. Good boy. It's not that he necessarily knows what down means, because it's been not very many repetitions since I introduced it. Down. He's just guessing. But by overlapping that or introducing that information just before he's ready to do it, I can teach him, oh, that's what that means? Okay, cool. Calvin, puppy. Down. Oh, you gotta chew it. So again, don't repeat, just wait. We can work on that slowness down the road. That's called latency. The longer it takes for a dog to perform a skill, they're being latent. Down. If he was absolutely having a hard time at lying down on the verbal command, I would go back to maybe a hand signal just as a little prompt. I don't think he needs it at this point. Down. And next training session I do with him, I'm actually going to get a bigger mat. It's just not a very big mat. I'm going to move this over because I'm not sure that you're getting that. Down. Good boy. All right, I'm going to stop there.